Hi guys, this is your what does the job think about you? I think I'm gonna add a little bit more to it and look into the companies that you guys work for to see where they stand. I think that'll be a good idea to do too. And of course, without further ado, we're gonna focus on Aries. You feel defensive with this job. Some of you may be trying to get out of it, but not able to. You may feel like, shoot, is it too dark? Looks like it's super dark. Hold on, guys. I want to see if I could adjust it. It looks just super dark. Okay, I think I fixed it. Yeah. Okay, so you may feel like this job, you may feel like they're accusing you of things. They're watching you like a hawk. You get kind of nitpicked at the workplace. Some of you are trying to leave this place altogether, but it may be easier said than done. They're at a crossroads when it comes to you, because I feel like this place could be very cliquey, Aries. It could be a place where you've got to be a part of the family, if you will. There even can be some issues at the workplace. Try not to date or be, get into any dating scenarios at the workplace, because it can get kind of messy here. And your company could be getting, I'm hearing kickbacks or like extra money. They may be getting some type of aid grant, some services. Looks like the company could be growing and they're going to be making some changes, wanting you guys to do a whole lot more, maybe for a lot less or a little bit more money. You may feel like it's not worth it. So this place can be like a hard nose, almost to some extent like a slave driving type of a job, because they are definitely planning to put more on the existing employees that are there. I see you being safe from any termination, letting go, that sort of thing here. And it's like, because you're protected, they're not really clear about what they should do if it is time to cut and when your name comes up. But for whatever reason, they're not going to pull the trigger and say, okay, let's let Aries go. But this seems to be a place that's very cliquey, and either you're a part of the clique or not. And if you are not, it's almost like by default, you could be getting looked at or almost judged, if you will, in a way, if you don't become part of something like cliquey in some kind of way. You're going to stand in your own truth, Aries, and get back to your strength and your confidence. You could be looking for something new outside this job. That is going to take time before you get something, okay? And when you do get something, you really could be moving at a distance. So life is going to take you, and I'm hearing a lot of Aries, far and wide. Like you're getting ready to leave and move on to something else, and probably better. This could be a great time, sidebar. This could be a great time to purchase a home, make some changes that you've always wanted to make regarding home, because Jupiter is about to go into your 4th house. So it's saying to kind of focus on what makes you happy, and try to focus on what makes you happy and what makes life worth living and makes you smile. Because if not, there's a lot of resentment, anger, and frustration that can kind of build up. We do have some challenging energy right now. And I think in and out of May. So if you're feeling restless, if you're feeling anxious, you're feeling like you want to cut somebody's head off, take a beat, take a step here. But you do look to be protected in spite of them looking to make some changes. Hey, Taurus. Some of you will probably be moving on from this job as the year progresses. You may do it out of nowhere. This could be, oh shit, wait, hold on, cause my light, I just had it set up perfectly and I hit it and now it's doing some crazy stuff. Well, that's the best I could do. I had it really good, but anyway. Yeah, anyway, you guys could be leaving this job. Some of you may be thinking that you're going to go back to school. You are going to, some of you could take off like online. So this is your time, Taurus. I want to say Aries. Some of you may have Aries in your chart. That's a double meaning. But this is your time, Taurus, to kind of put yourself out there. This is your last hurrah. I think by June, Uranus is going into Gemini. And that is your second house. This is where millionaires are made. Billionaires are made. Hundreds of thousands are made. But definitely you stand to have a major increase when it comes to finances, that sort of thing. But definitely put yourself out there. The internet is calling. Yeah, it's calling. Okay. Still worried about this damn light. Okay. Your job thinks that you are a go-getter. You definitely have the Midas touch. You come in, you take care of what you need to take care of, and you get the hell on. You're kind of an in and out person, but you definitely provide results, and you make it happen. You get it done. They may also feel to some extent that there's too much slowness. Like you may be slower than other people. You are more efficient. You may not be the most approachable. Can you guys see the card? You may not be the most approachable at times, or they don't really know how to read you here. So it's almost like you choose to stay outside of like the group, that sort of thing. But yeah, you will continue to stay there, even though there's some sense of feeling separate from your coworkers, that sort of thing. I do see them keeping you. Your company is going to be definitely going through some challenges, Taurus, so do prepare for that. And it's like a trickle down effect, and they will be kind of feeling the effects, or then you'll be feeling the effects. They could be letting people go, offering early retirement. So there's definitely going to be some changes, some structural changes, organizational changes that are coming up. Right now, they're not so sure, but it's going to come down the line, and it's destined for that to happen. So whatever has to happen, it's meant to happen, okay? But they're not so sure about where their company is going. Don't be surprised if some of you, the whole damn company shuts down. I'm serious, guys. Like the whole company could shut down, a whole department could shut down, or they're outsourcing, meaning like they're going to pick up and move here, the company move there, move outside the country. Like there's major changes that's going to be happening here. Yeah, for some of you, it will affect you. It definitely will. So I would say on this side of things, prepare yourself, Taurus, that you could unfortunately be one of those people that your job ends, because there's going to definitely be some structural changes, some organizational changes. And I feel like it's going to be probably later down, like Libra, Virgo, Scorpio time frame. Like anywhere from like September through November, that sort of thing. It could be. So, but the flip side of it, and hopefully it'll be down the line, and it won't just happen out of nowhere like soon, because you do have like unpredictable energy. That being said, do know that it's kind of destined to happen, and that just means it's time for you to move on to something else here. Okay. Yeah, I think these are appropriate questions to give people insight. So I would just hold on to your money. Do not spend anything crazy. If you can downsize, do that. Do definitely downsize as much as you can. Hold on to your money. Inquire if you have student loans, if you have a mortgage, whatever you have that you may feel like, just in case, how do I safeguard myself? What are my options? What are my rights? That sort of thing. So I would cross your T's and dot your I's, save your money as much as possible, because you have money coming in and you have some money, but if things start to go awry, you may start to focus more on what you don't have and where things are going wrong, and it may seem imbalanced. Like some people are saved, some people are okay, and you may feel like I'm over here struggling, that sort of thing. So I would say prepare now. Just prepare, and pray for the best, but prepare for any unexpected things to come your way. Okay, Gemini. Hold on, guys. I see you very serious. Some of you have a lot of drive, a lot of stamina when it comes to this job. You could be squaring some things away before you up and leave the job. Like some of you may leave. Some of you may start focusing more on vacation and what makes you happy. But if this is like a career-based business, a commission-based business, or you travel a lot, that could pick up a lot. Like you may find yourself traveling more. This could be a time, Gemini, that you make a complete shift, like about face 180, and just start taking on a whole new career. Aside from what you're known to do. Uranus is coming for your sign in June. If you are not familiar with Uranus, it would help you to get ahead of the curve and at least prepare yourself with some knowledge of what could possibly come your way, because there's some great things that go really right or can go a bit challenging. But it's all to liberate yourself. So I wouldn't be surprised, and you shouldn't either, if by August it's like, what? They're not a doctor anymore. What? They're traveling the world now. What? It could be anything like that you're taking matters in your own hand, taking control in your own hand, and kind of pivoting, if you will. You also, although you want to leave, you may want to make these changes that I speak of. It could be a challenge to you to do just that, right? You may have to consider more than just yourself, that sort of thing. So that sense of freedom and longing to just kind of throw caution to the wind, again, maybe easier said than done. But don't underestimate Uranus. Uranus will come in and make that shit happen, whether you like it or not. You looking around like, what the? Yeah, Uranus is nothing to play with. Hold on, Gemini. Okay, they like you a lot. Some of you, I hope there's no one going to work drunk, high, just because people can tell. You're like night and day. When you're high or you're drunk at work, you're under some form of influence. You're really nice, you're cool. But if you decide, no, I'm not going to do it, child, you are a raging child. It's bad. So hopefully it's just that they really like you. They're very pleased. You are a very hard worker, but you could be someone when you're focused on work, that's like, don't bother me. I'm here. I clocked in. I'm on time. I'm working. Don't bother me. But it could be where you can be very ruthless. You can be a shit starter. You can really create problems. Damn, it's like you guys can you see the cards? You can create problems, for these people, if you so choose. Like, there's that opportunity to do, just that sort of thing. I feel like you can't see these damn cards. I need a light right there. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It's just showing on reflection, but you can see it now better. So do be careful with that here. So you have probably offended a couple of people at the workplace, whether you know it or not. It doesn't seem like you give a damn. You may feel like they had it coming, but they want you to be a part. And I feel like you too aren't necessarily a part of this job. It's like, honest day's work, honest day's pay. I do what I need to do and I get the hell on. But yeah, they want you to still be there. They want you to be part of the family, if you will. Now, your job is not, the company is not so sure where the future lies for them. Okay. You may work someplace where you guys have no idea that someone may be, giving them ultimatums. They may be getting strong armed in some kind of way. They may get fines. Like, things could be happening to them, which is affecting the company because of higher ups or powers that be, if you will, making things harder on them. So now they have to pivot and they got to make changes, even though they don't want to, and they don't really know exactly what kind of changes and what areas and how that's going to impact them. And it only gets more and more confusing for this job as far as the company is concerned, because there's going to be a lot of things to consider about your job. But it looks like you're safe. You don't have to worry about it. Of course, we are pulling up some goddamn nonsense with Gemini. Somebody coming your way or some shit. But aside from that, yeah, you look to be safe with this job. Here, I would say if you are indulging, and if you are indulging and, at work, they are very aware of that and they don't like it. So you might want to clean up your act before Saturn hits your sign. Yeah, it'll be in about another 4 years or so. But yeah, better now than then. Hey, Cancer. Hey. Okay. You may feel like don't start none, won't be none at this workplace. You may feel like you've had to kind of put up boundaries. You've had to kind of lead with a strong, stern iron fist, because people could be reckless. People could be out of order in some kind of way. Or you may feel like people are very difficult to work with because either it's a lot of slackers, people want to play games, some creep may be bothering you at the workplace, or people just want to be bitches unless you are part of their group. I don't know, I'm definitely picking up on mean girl, mean guy energy here. So yeah, there's that. It's all kind of like aggravating to an extent, but you have it under control. And for some of you, there's a sense of feeling like this place is too lackadaisical. You may feel like you're in a twilight zone. It may be, again, very cliquey, or, lacking the work ethic in some regard, and you try to stay far away from that. I don't know if some of you have cut your job out, like you left or were let go because of some drama with people or a certain person at the workplace, because it is looking like that. And for some of you may have gotten escorted, like someone can even get escorted off the premises. Here, you could also expose a group of people because you know a lot, but be careful because things can turn against you really quickly if you expose too much, if you say too much. You may be better off taking the high road here. They like you, Cancer, but you definitely be playing. Oh my goodness, yes, you play hot and cold. Definitely. 1 minute, hey, how you doing? Next minute, you looking over like, don't come over here. Don't come over. You better not cut. You would think I know 50 million Cancers. Cancers are hilarious to me. But anyway, But, you know, they can't deny how good you are at what you do at the workplace. They can't deny that. And you're like, really, try me. I'll get the hell on. You know, I can go anywhere. And you probably really could. They're keeping you. You don't have to worry about that. They want you to go back to school. They're trying to elevate you, Cancer. So I guess you back on top again. They're trying to elevate you. Especially if this is like race play. So if you are lighter skin or white, or non-black, or if you are black or in a more color race, if you have a lighter hue, you could be kind of getting chosen. That doesn't have to be the case for everyone. That is a very insignificant amount of people that probably will relate to that. But it's definitely speaking to kind of handpicking you and say, we want you. We're going to give you classes. And it's like they're going to open a whole door, a whole level. And you're like, I didn't know that you guys offered this. I didn't know you did this. And they don't. They do and they don't. But they do for certain people. So it's that type of thing. So you're going to be getting kind of the 411 on how this place operates past whatever level you're on, if you so choose to take it. Because it's almost like riffraff, if that makes sense. How the people either that you work with, it could be like riffraff, if that makes sense. You may not be trusting it, but hold on one second. So, you don't trust it because there was some drama. Oh shit. I don't know if some of you are going to take this job to court. I feel like wherever this job, it can get out of hand. Like cops can get called, the courts can get involved. It's like this place has put a bad taste in your mouth. And even if they're like, you were saved and you were saved and others may have been saved, just the way that they're operating and the way that they've handled maybe other people, you don't like it. You don't like it at all. But, that'll be short-lived. You may be feeling some kind of way about that now. And for some of you, you may just don't want that change. Like, I don't want, I don't know. That sort of thing. But the pay and the opportunity, is going to kind of soften you up and make you say, well, I guess, that sort of thing. So I definitely see a higher opportunity for you, Cancer, at this job. And unfortunately, and it looks like the companies are pretty strong. The company's pretty strong, but they're going to be working overtime to protect themselves against, like I was telling Gemini, that their company is getting hit with fines and they're just kind of getting beat up, if you will, in some kind of way. If that's happening with your company, Cancer, they're very wise, they're very smart, they're going to utilize all their resources to fight against whatever the hell that could be kind of trying to take their company down. Your company is nothing to play with. So they are going to fight, they might be winning, and they, like I said, they have plans for you and others to evolve. And if you're like, I didn't hear you, well, let me make a move. See if there's any other area in that job that you want to work, and if it's worth it for you, and then pursue, because you have a ripe opportunity to get something more out of this. Now, I'll say this in addition to Cancers. For some of you, if something happened where it's legal, cops are involved, the law is involved, no matter what, they're probably going to let you go. Okay, it's not like, oh, we want to promote you, we want to give you more. No, they probably are going to let you go. It's not going to happen overnight, but they will be letting you go. And then you'll have to go and move on to something else. I just want to say, for some of you out there, that's the case as well. Oh, shit. Okay, Leo. Hey, Leos. Uh-oh. Already. You're like, may feel like, excuse me guys, you may feel like you're gonna kind of try to settle and make peace with this job, right? And kind of give it another go, that sort of thing. You don't like that there's someone who's all up in your business, who wants to try and either come for you, question you. Like, you know how you always have that, manager imposter? Like, you're not even a goddamn manager. You're, you know what I'm saying? But you're over here trying to be a man. It's that type of thing. You may have someone that's just all in your business trying to micromanage you, that sort of thing, and you do not like that. And some of you might quite frankly feel like, I'm not getting paid enough for all this shit. That sort of thing. You kind of want to be left alone and respected for the, amazing individual that only you are. But there could be someone that kind of goes out of their way to, kind of get under your skin at the workplace. Well, it looks like you want to stay. The reason why you are staying here. Oh shit. Wow. Hold on, Leo. Let me tell you one thing. They cannot goddamn deny you. They can't deny you. They can't deny you. And when you have Jupiter in your 12th house, it's like you have major spiritual protection as well. So I do see you kind of protected. But aside from that, they can't deny you. You're too good at what you do. So they're not going to just up and let you go because you embody a certain level of control, community. Like you are really good at what you do. Oh yeah, I see here. They may feel like you play hot and cold as well here. It could get messy if there's been some love situation going on at this job. But you also can play very hot and cold. And they also may feel like if things don't go your way, if you don't feel a certain way, you will shut down and remove yourself. And then you'll come up missing. You're not coming to work. That sort of thing. Like, you're very clever. So it's that type of thing. Like, you'll know your rights. You'll know how to use them. Some shit like that. But they have plans for you in the future to stay because, again, you only get better. And they are very confident that you can take on ... whatever that is, right? So ultimately, it looks like there'll be something that's up to you. But they definitely could be positioning you in a way where you can take on a more niche role that you can use all your skills, if that makes sense. Like, you can use your skills if you're not being utilized properly. So yeah, and it looks like what you want is more pay. They'll offer you, but you may start to feel like, I can make more elsewhere. I don't have to settle for this. It's that type of thing. I don't have to just keep taking this. Something like that. I feel some of you are going to want to liberate yourself and no longer be... Hold on. Yeah. And no longer want to just be under someone's thumb. So remember before I said that you guys were feeling like you should be in the position of the boss. You should be the boss. Now you guys are feeling like, I'm just better than this place, and I quite frankly don't deserve to be here because I'm too good for this place. That's going to continue, and if it gets out of control, like you really run with that, yeah, you'll be probably leaving there or pivoting in some kind of way. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. Your company, Leo, is shiesty, but there's no company that isn't is no company that has amassed many employees and has like a corporation and real business that doesn't do shady business. You have to. So yeah, they know kind of what to do. They have the right people on their team, and they're only going to get better. Your company is only going to get better. I could say that. But you may feel like, yeah, but where's the money? That's the problem, and you'll get the hell out of there eventually if you're not getting the money. All right, I guess, yeah. Oh, shit. All right, Virgo. Hey, Virgo. You may have a creep at the job. You may have a very mean woman at the workplace that just tries to stay on you. Or some of you may feel like, I have to stay on these people. Or you may have someone who could be quite offensive, like always trying to be in your space at the workplace. You may feel like the place can be aggravating at times, and it's hard to communicate, to get clear on things, that sort of thing. Okay, so this job likes you. They feel like you are you're kind of like part of them, but hold on, Virgo, I'm trying to get down to the bottom of this because it's I would say be careful with this job. Yeah, be careful with this job because I don't feel like you have any, I don't feel like they're being honest with you. Let me look into the company. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, Virgo. Hopefully you're not, this ain't your company. But your company could go under or get brought up on charges or feel like their hands are tied because they're going to have to fight. They could be put, like you may be a part of a company where it's like, we've got to fight to remain here. We've got to fight to keep our good standing. So it's like a fight that they are going to have to embark on that comes out of nowhere. And somebody at your job can get arrested, charges can be brought up on them. It could even be, a head person at the company. So it could be a bit of a scandal, if that makes sense, at your job, honestly. They will recover from this, even if it's just like being canceled and that sort of thing. They will recover, though. It's going to take some time, but they will recover. And some of you, just like I told Taurus guys, and I'm just being honest. I'm just letting you guys know so you can prepare. It's definitely a possibility. Again, this is a general reading. Doesn't mean that it's gonna absolutely happen for you guys. So don't attach this to your reality. But yeah, you could unfortunately be one of the ones that would have to leave this place. You're going to be concerned about money, but at the same time trying to kind of like create something. Watch your drinking, your smoking, your negative self-talk, because you will be okay. Okay? And just know if any of you are one of the ones that are kind of cut, or you're one of the casualties, it has to happen because you're going to be off to something better by, you know, late June, July time, August time for you guys, and you'll be back on track. And I feel like, and back on top, and you'll look back and say that was one of the best things that could have happened, because it's something like a domino effect. If this didn't happen, you wouldn't be where you're at, and wherever you're going to end up thereafter is better than where you are now. So yeah, definitely not all is lost. Actually, it's going to be a blessing in disguise. Sorry. Libra. Hey, Libra. Some of you feel like you're above this job, and you get along to get along, but some of you Libras, like I was telling Taurus, have a ripe opportunity to get online, focus on a business. If you do have an online business, it's a great time for you to make that count. Okay, focus on that as equally, if not more, than you do your job or your career, because you certainly can take off, because you're such a good people person. You're so good at socializing and developing, you know, relationships, no matter, you know, surface level or deep. You guys are just, you're a pro at that. Now, this place, you may feel like it's kind of low vibrational. It's a lot of drama going on at the workplace here, and you may feel like this place hold on, you may feel like you're evaluating if this place is worth it. Some of you put a lot of time, energy, tenor, education, like you've worked hard to get where you are, but now you're in evaluation, like, should I continue with this? Some of you may be giving yourself another 2 months, another 2 years. Like, you're really considering what your next stages are going to be. You've already left this place for some of you, or will be leaving this place, Libra. Looks like you're going to be walking away, letting this place go. This place, if they do you wrong, they may try to mend fences, that sort of thing, which will be difficult because you're not open to that. If I'm saying Virgo, but obviously this is a Libra reading. You may feel like you can go very cold, or you may lack, for some of you, a work ethic here. There can definitely be a sacrifice. And you could be like, it could be like, for some of you, it could be a layoff, and they're offering severance. They're offering you to relocate. So you have like options. You have to come back into the office, something like that, where something that they're presenting may not be what you see coming, but you can see the promise in it here. Some of you could probably go with the flow, like, yeah, I can do that. I can make the adjustment, that sort of thing at the workplace. Others of you, there's going to be a need to make that sacrifice. And it could be like, especially if you have, you know, a business on the side and that's starting to really pick up, you may be at that, you know, level of crossroads at this time. Hey, Scorpio, let's look at you may feel like, I'm tired, guys. Sorry. You may feel like this job is a means to an end, right? There may be somebody that's crushing on you, liking you. You could like someone, but you do get a lot of attention. You do well at, in your mind, it's like, I'm doing my thing. Like, you may even feel like you don't really need this job because you have wealth, and some of you may have money in the bank. Some of you may feel like, well, I can get 1 million of these jobs, that sort of thing. Like, you're very confident in your ability and where you stand at the moment. They may feel like you're a manipulator and you're good at that, really good at that. Hold on, Virgo. They also may feel like you trigger the hell out of people at the workplace. So you could be intimidating. You may be very controlling. You get a lot of attention. So things can get very sexual at the workplace. Or so try not to engage or anything like that. And there's a lot of you Scorpios. You are triggering these people at the workplace. You really are. For a small percentage of you, it could be you coming across like you're triggered, you're fearful, you're scared. But I get more of them being that way toward you, scared, feel threatened in some kind of way. It's typical Scorpio energy, unfortunately. They're watching you closely because they may be faced to let people go down the line, and it's like they're paying attention to what you're doing. So try to make sure that you're doing it socially correct. And I feel like you're well, let's see what they're doing. Your company could lose people, like top people, head people, game changer people. They could lose grants, they could lose sponsorships. So there could be a loss that the company is taking. And I feel like they definitely could be looking at letting people go. And if they are, it'll be last in, first out. Right? So, yeah, they could be evaluating. So, if you've been there for quite some time, you definitely could be saved because they're going to go by that rule of last in, first out sort of thing. Hey, Sagittarius. Let's look and see. How do you feel about the job? How do you feel about you? Yeah, because I just did Scorpio, yeah. Okay. You don't want to be bothered, and you may feel like these employees at this job will be my 10th reason. Like you may feel like many a times I want to curse people out and get put people in their place, but no, I'm gonna take the high road. Right? I told you guys this year. Yeah, are you gonna feel like you're in a twilight zone at the workplace or in your career, whatever? I don't care. Sagittarius are in a very precarious situation in work environments because it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you can't just do that Sagittarius shit and jump up and get the hell on. Like you gotta lay. You gotta lay low. I love y'all, but y'all just always make me laugh. Anyway, and you may be saying, I don't really mess with nobody at this goddamn job. It's, I'm making this money and that's... No, because such and such, I remember that time, you over here holding grudges and shit. It's not funny, but Sagittarius do not bother people. For once you go, Anyway, let's keep going. Sagittarius, you want to get the hell out of there like yesterday. Some of you want to shake things up and make a change, but it's not going to happen as quickly as you like. It's going to take some time for you to move on from there. Ooh. You have somebody. Hold on a second. I'm getting real nosy. Okay. They're watching you like a fucking hawk. Okay. This is a job that. Hold on. Let me get the full story. You got creeps at your job. Everybody got some creeps at the job. Okay, now. I know it's taking me so long. Okay, listen to this. Just remember what I said to you, Sagittarius, that and I could have sworn I told you guys, because I think if you like, go back and watch I think the last videos of December. I definitely gave you guys some insight about this year and what you can look forward to in this year. I can't remember the video, but yeah, I remember it was like the end of December. Anyway, just remember, Sagittarius, that are you going to feel like you're in the twilight zone in these environments, work environments? Yes. Are you going to evolve past it? Yes. Is it happening overnight? No. Just keep that in mind. That being said, they can't let you go. They can't let you go. You're kind of bound to them, and they're bound to you, if you will. And it's almost like some of you may feel like, damn, why am I being walked like a dog? Like these people are going out of their way to try to be problematic towards me. It's my point. And that's that karma that's being paid off, right? This could be karma for some of you. You just can't get up and leave. They can't just get up and let you go. They are walking, I guess, trying to walk you like a dog, but they are watching you like a hawk here. What time is it? I gotta go. And they feel like you are, because they know you are very clever and fucking crafty. You're clever, you're crafty, you're extremely smart. You don't communicate with people very much. You work, what do you think about your work ethic? You can't be beaten. Well, the work ethic, they are watching you, okay? They feel like, and you have great things coming your way, so you may get the hell on from this place. You may feel like, you know what? I mean, they may feel like, we're not so sure. Down the line, they can be like, oh, wow. Yeah, Sagittarius is nothing to play with. You know, they come in, they make shit happen, and they get the hell on. Like, and some of you may just up and leave and move the hell on from this job. It'll be on your terms here. Okay. You could find better opportunities outside this job and within the company. So if it's beneficial to stay within, you can find something better, paying you more, and it could come in really quick. You have a good, strong, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Okay. Your company could be the kind of company that if they're good right now, good and strong, but if they incur some financial challenges, they would possibly cut people. I can see them kind of cutting people, but I don't feel like it's like a massive layoff, because you have a company that also has aid and help around them. So if they start to see, like, a quarter that is like, oh, we're not doing so well, they know how to circumvent that and get things back on track so the money is flowing. So you have a good company here, Sagittarius, and you have some great energy coming to move past wherever you're working and move into something better, and even stay within the company if you like. For some of you, you'll stay right where you are, and you'll focus on creating something outside of a work, creating something for yourself, a stream of income for yourself. For some of you, you're going to go back to that, right? Getting back into that. And you will be quite successful. I told you this earlier this year, or like I said, the end of December, and you could be quite successful and be able to leave this place behind. It's not going to be any goddamn confusion. It's like, peace, I'm out of here, because, well, baby, you're a star. I like that part. It's the only part of the song I like. But baby, you're going to be a star. Okay, Capricorn, hey, let's look at the job. Okay. Hold on, Caps. You know I love y'all, right? You know I have a very special place in my heart for Capricorns, especially the men. No disrespect to the women, I just know the men more. But I love me some Capricorns. Okay, you like, listen, I'm working here. You know what I'm saying? I'm working. You know, I work every day. I do what I need to do, you know. They come into my goddamn face asking me questions. You're like, I'm like, how you like the co-workers? What about the co-workers? What about them? What about them? I don't have any. Okay, what does that have to do with me and my money? Well, Capricorn, what's your challenge with the company? These motherfuckers don't want to give me my just due. They don't want to recognize the best thing up in here. I'm not getting attention. They trying to make me feel like I'm less than, baby. And then you're like, do you want to stay? They gonna fuck around and get cursed. I'm sorry. Let me get serious. They gonna fuck around though and get cursed out on my way out. Oh yeah, and by the way, and light the whole place up. I mean, like with your words, not anything crazy. Yeah, so you might be on the edge. Little did they fucking know. You might be on the edge. It may say, and especially if you got Aries in your chart or you have Aquarius in your chart, they may want to tiptoe around you and step light before you light that motherfucker up and let all of them know what time it is. Now let's look at the. I'm gonna actually put that card back. Okay. Hold on, Cap. They are, baby. If they could get rid of you, they probably would. But you work. You probably do the same job for like a couple people. You work a lot and you have a lot of stamina. But it's because somebody at the job that may either think they have some type of power or even may to some extent may not like you because the two of you don't get along, or there's not a natural rapport between you and others, or you and a significant person, that sort of thing. But they cannot deny your work ethic. They don't want to give you right, Capricorn. You are right. Now this is not funny. They don't want to give you your just due because they're too busy feeling hung up on, I don't like Capricorn, that sort of thing. Well, get in line. As a matter of fact, you better get on a plane. You know? But what it basically comes down to is you can do their job. You can do several jobs up in there and do it well. They can't deny that, you know, but they like you work in a very toxic environment is what it looks like. And because you won't play ball with them, then that's what it is. They'll try to kind of Capricorn. Your company got issues, Caps. I would make some changes and prepare. You know, downsize if you can, meaning just start to be a little bit more money conscious, that sort of thing. Let me see. They definitely could lay people off, let people go. So don't believe anything that they claim. No, we're not going to such and such and such. The only thing that they have to be very careful with, and they know, they got to go to the legal department and make sure what we're doing is legal. Everything is okay. They will be giving people severance packages for those of you or some people that's going to be getting let go. They're not going to let go of you, just like I was telling Sagittarius or Scorpio. There's a binding here. So shit, you can't get rid of them. They can't get rid of you. And there's a protection there around you. And they can't deny that you work hard, but Capricorns. And I'm saying, if this is messing up your mental health, but it doesn't seem like it, because that's one thing I love about a Capricorn. It's not easy, baby, to get under your skin. It just isn't. So yeah, you're going to do it. But as soon as you can get the hell out of here, get the hell out of there. It's not a good environment for you to be in. And I mean, haters, the hating is just, should be studied. It's not healthy, but you're built for it. And that's what they don't understand. And what is unfortunate for anybody that's trying to come up against you just with injustice, because you have karma all around you, and you are one of the signs of karma. And with Saturn going into Aries, karma is coming to people very quick, fast, and in a hurry. So they might want to tread lightly with you, because it'll be that time when you get the hell out of there and break out and be blessed for enduring, and then all hell's gonna start breaking loose with this company. So yeah, shout out to Capricorns, you guys will be all right. But yeah, get out of there when you can. Hi Aquarius, let's see what's going on at the workplace. Everybody's making me laugh. Oh my goodness. You feel like this place is toxic as hell. Some of you got a plan. You got a plan for this job. You came in and like, yeah, you know, I make good money. I make great money here. You know, and that may be what is keeping you, because you've afforded a lot of things working at this job. But you may feel like, yeah, I think I'm going to sue them. I may sue them again. Like, you could sue them, easily sue them. You like your coworkers. You may have one or a couple that just like, no, we're solid, we're good, that type of thing. Some of you could be using coworkers, being cool with them, sort of thing, to get intel, to get information. You know, you guys are good at using people, making people think, yes, we're all equal. Anyway, let me stop. But yeah, so some of you could be, you know, getting close with coworkers to get intel. You feel like this place is extremely toxic, and it's like wanting to stay here. No, I'm gonna get the hell out of here, and I'm gonna have the last laugh. Like, that's the plan. That is the plan. I should be reading for the company. This is what Aquarius is about to do to you. Others of you where it's not that deep, you may already know that there's going to be some things coming down the pike, and there's like, there's maybe some casualties, but I'm going to be okay. That type of thing. They feel like you work really hard. You get along with people, and you work really hard. They may feel like you do have some type of psychological hangups. You stay in your head a lot. Hopefully this isn't anything legal and shit got out of hand and you cost the company money or something like that. They may look at you to some extent as a liability here. For whatever reason, they're looking at you like a liability, or they may be questioning your mental health, something like that, right? And it's like, well, what do we do about Aquarius? Because, well, you know, that type of thing, okay? Wow. I'm going to tell you this, Aquarius. Some of you, their challenge with you, and I can't believe I'm even sensing all of this, because I wouldn't typically see this with these two cards. But some of you, they are challenged and intimidated because you have your hand on the pulse. Like, some of you, your coworkers, if you run things, your teammates, your team members, they really like you. Like, you do well with the people around you, and you are very crafty here. That's for some of you. So they're intimidated that you have all of this influence. You have a lot of influence, right? Almost like a cult following at your job to some extent. And so you can have a lot of power, and that's pretty intimidating because they don't feel like, you know, you're a fit with them, that sort of thing. No, well, shit, when you're an equal competitor, not even an equal, when you're a competitor and they know you're a goddamn competitor, of course they're not going to like you. I mean, hello, come on now, it's business. They're watching you like a hawk, and all they keep coming up with is impressiveness. They really can't say much here, but they are watching and collecting information. Excuse me, I want to sneeze, but... And kind of like I was telling Cancer... Hold up, I'm trying to just pull everything out. Your company could be making some massive changes. Like, they may be on the brink of like, what do you call innovating? Like, very innovative. Like, they're the first ones to do this, or they're tapping into this new age or new way of doing that sort of thing. They'll be worried in the future. And, you know, revenue could be low. What are we going to do? That sort of thing. I don't see them letting anyone go, though, outside of, like, they could be offering people certain things like, would you like this? Would you like that sort of thing? Instead of just letting people go. Because I don't see just like a letting go. I don't see them letting you go either, Aquarius. In fact, you may get waltzed up out of something. Like, they offer you, like, you want to be, if you're a manager, you want to be a senior manager, you want to be an executive, you want to be a VP. Like, they could position you, and it's going to take some time. It's not happening all overnight, but there's either a talk, a proposal. So yeah, or you may propose something, but the mission is to get you up and out of wherever the hell you're at, because wherever you are is just probably not working. But you would be better somewhere else, if that makes sense. Yeah, so they could be grooming you or proposing something in some way that could be of a benefit for you here. And again, it doesn't mean that they won't let people go, guys. It's just what I'm saying. Again, it's a general, not, you know, it's not personal, but it doesn't look like they're looking to do massive layoffs, or it doesn't look like you're at all in danger. If they do let people go, like I said, for some reason, they have some kind of plan for you. So, hey Pisces, put that damn drink down. Stop that drinking and drugging. Stop that drinking and drugging. Stop the socializing that leads to the drinking or the drugging or both. Okay. Some of you don't like this place. You're trying to get out of this place. You may feel like they micromanage too much. The people are kind of cold, could be catty. They ask too many questions. They're childish there to some extent. You may also feel like there's a lot of changes, or you've noticed that some people, like, it could be not cliquey, but it could be very I can't think of the word, almost biased, I kind of want to say, just because they may like handpick certain people. They have certain people, and if they like them or they have a vision for them, these people, they're on track to, you know, really evolve. That type of things. You may feel like they could be a bit manipulating, like they could tell you something but it doesn't really pan out. It's that type of thing here. It's like you're not sure if you want to stay, especially if you have to kind of take this job on and another job. It's like, oh, I'm tired of working 2 jobs. Or you may be looking like, I need to make more money. Well, you know, you need to start your own business, or you need to give that more attention and effort than your job. And I know I told you that in December in preparation for 2025. Let's look at them. Okay, so they feel like you could be quiet, like to yourself a lot, and they may not like that you're just super quiet. And they may feel like that's toxic, but really it's just that you have a lot of control over people psychologically when you're very quiet. That's what people don't want to admit, that they need validation like a dog. So they like people to be like dogs that wag their tails and affirm that, hey, I like you, and oh, I want you to like me. But when a person comes in and they're not doing that, most people get offended or they feel threatened. Sounds very personal to me. And they'll try to throw you a bone and try to communicate with you, that sort of thing. But then it's like, I just don't know, that sort of thing. Like they could try, and you'll try to, be a cordial back, but they'll still be like, I don't know. And you'll still be very like distant at the workplace, not really open to them. They don't know where to place you. There's a lot of I don't know. But as time goes on, if you continue to stay there, they'll this like naturally will like you more, because it's like now I guess they are used to you or whatever, and then they may see an opportunity there or want to propose something to you that has more pay or can be more valuable for you, more of a benefit for you. And you'll be happy because that's kind of what you want. And some of you will have another job altogether. You can leave this and move on to something better. Try not that drinking. Stop drinking and indulging and that sort of thing, though, Pisces. I keep wanting to say Cancer. So something significant could be going on around Cancer season. Company is good. Company is coming up at a time when they're going to be taking some losses. They may have to let people go. And they're going to be kind of having some financial problems, okay, in the future. But I don't see them letting you go. But will they recover? They're going to recover from it. Hell yeah, they're going to recover from it. It's a minor setback. It may be like a little quarter, a month or something, but it's not going to be long lasting, because wherever you work, your CEO or whatever, whoever's running things, like they got skin in the game. So yeah, no one's going to come and fuck up their company. Shout out to Pisces. But yeah, in addition to this job, look elsewhere, prepare yourself, get your skills up, that sort of thing, and get into something creative. You guys are creative geniuses. Get into something creative and start focusing on your own business, creating something for yourself, because this is your time. North Node is in Pisces. This is your time. Do not settle for this. Good luck, Pisces.